withdrawal from Afghanistan was absolutely disgraceful. And what that did to...
Well, we disagree on that. I think it was one of the best things he did.
But the way that it was carried out means that basically millions of Afghan women got thrown back to the Taliban wolves. How can that be good for them?
Unfortunately, there were no good options in Afghanistan. It was America's longest war. We had failed to quell terrorism or defeat the Taliban in those 20 years, as Barbara Lee warned back in 2001. And our presence there was not making things better. If in many ways, it was making things worse. Look, the withdrawal was not great, shambolic in many ways, but I'm not sure there was a way to withdraw that wouldn't have been chaotic. If they'd given lots of notice, there probably would have been an increase in killings. And let's not forget, this was Donald Trump's plan that Biden executed. I'm glad he executed it. I'm glad that Donald Trump promised to pull out of Afghanistan, but Joe Biden did it. He ended America's longest war. He ended America's war. He did a lot of good things on foreign policy until October the 7th. I'm going to deal with some facts. You didn't give me any facts about Trump. You gave me some facts about Trump supporters. Do I deny he has support? Of course not. I spent the last 8 years documenting the crazy high levels of support for Trump. And in 2020, it was deeply shocking to see people voting for him after everything they'd seen over the previous 4 years. And it is very worrying about the trends in American society. And it is a fact that he's a racist. I don't want to say I think he's a racist. He's a racist by any definition of the term. And you said you're going to give me some facts about Trump. Let me give you some actual facts about Trump and mental fitness. Let's just talk factually. Donald Trump recently confused Nancy Pelosi with Nikki Haley. He claimed he ran against Barack Obama in 2016. He ran against Hillary Clinton. He thought that we're about to enter World War II. We've actually had World War II. If we enter another World War, it'll be World War III. He thinks you can stop a hurricane with a nuclear weapon. He thinks you need ID to buy cereal. He thinks you can buy Greenland from Denmark. He thinks England and Great Britain are the same thing. He thinks that stealth bombers are literally invisible. He thinks that you can beat COVID by injecting disinfectant into your veins. The idea that this man should be allowed near a school board is absurd. The idea that he should be allowed near the White House, again, after everything we know about him, madness. And in fact, I believe you called him mad after January the 6th. And I agreed with that.
I was very critical.
Called him mad on
I've been very
6th.
critical of him on many occasions. You have a much better chance. But you see, here's the problem, Mehdi.
Joe
Biden could not list the things you just listed and remember them himself. So, when he tries to talk about Trump's mental incompetence, he forgets halfway through what he's supposed to be saying. That's the problem.
Is Biden gaffe prone? Yes, he's been gaffe prone for a while. Has it become worse? Clearly, he's old. No one's debating he's old. I think he's trying to lean into his age now. If you look at some of the ads, you look at his State of the Union. He did a very good State of the Union, by the way, with the exception of Gaza.
Yeah,
it was a very strong
yeah.
and energetic performance. I don't think anyone can deny that. The issue, of course, is we have a media that's singularly unable to cover Trump properly. That's one part of the problem. And of course, the age issue on the Biden front I've never denied that's a problem. It is a problem. But the reality is, when you say the Democrats make him, he can't be made to stand down. He's winning primaries. It's a democratic process and he's winning. If people want to run against him, they can. They didn't. And I'm not sure I agree with you when you say another Democrat could beat Trump. If you look at the polling, other Democrats, including the Vice President, well, not according to the polls. The polls suggest people like Vice President Harris lose much bigger to Trump.
Oh, no, definitely not Kamala Harris. I'm not talking about her.
Joe Biden is the one Democrat who's beaten Trump. He did beat Trump.
That's
you mentioned 10 million more votes for Trump. He beat Trump by over 8 million votes, I think it was, if memory serves me correctly, in 2020. In fact, Donald Trump has never won a popular vote against a Democrat. He lost to Hillary and he lost to Joe Biden.